Hello. Let me figure this out here. That's good. All right. Good morning, everyone. I have what I need here. Okay. How's everyone doing? Give it like 30 more seconds for people to log in. I'm going with the bandana today because my hair is starting to look a little crazy. Hey, Patty, what's up? Hey, sweetie. That's Alana. Hey, Jenna. All right, guys. So today we're doing a Ashtanga Variations style class. It's basically like a guided vinyasa. I'm going to do a little bit of like a longer sequence today. So not a longer class. I mean like not so Ashtanga-y. It'll kind of feel more like a flow, but we'll hold all the postures for at least 5 breaths. And you'll get to sink into a lot of the shapes today. So it's not too fast and furious like vinyasa. But it's 9:32, so I think we should get going. We're gonna start. Let's start in child's pose today. You know you have options in child's pose. Big toes can kiss as the hips start to sink back and down towards your heels. Knees can be wider. Knees can be together. It really just depends on what you want. There's no right or wrong way to do a child's pose. You make the adjustments day to day, just listening to what your body needs. And once you do that, those hands can start to reach out nice and far, allowing your head to rest on your mat. Really great opportunity here to connect to your breathing. Just notice the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Feel all of the pressure points along your mat, how the hands, the fingertips touch. The third eye and forehead all the way to the knees and the toes. And as you close your eyes and connect to the yoga mat, the earth here, if you really pay attention, it's very subtle. It's more of the subtle body. All of that energy that we're constantly pouring outside of ourselves, pouring into our cell phones or activities or whatever work we have to do, all of that energy starts to move from way outside of you and starts to come back to you inside of you. It's almost like this big balloon that's starting to deflate and you're gathering all of your energy back. Becoming much more aware, much more present of just how your body feels, how this morning body feels. So start to breathe a little bit deeper now. And for this practice, we use Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath is breathing with force, with sound. Probably the simplest way to describe it. Just start to make a little sound as you pull the air in through the nose and push the air out through your nose. And today we're going to get right to it. So keep developing your breath. Rise up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes for downward facing dog. Send your bum up and back. Readjust your hands and feet. So feet can go a little bit wider if you'd like. Find a nice space and stride between the palms and the heels. You start to feel a little bit of lengthening now through the backs of your thighs and legs. Maybe a couple times saying yes or no in the head, just starting to relieve any unnecessary tension there through the shoulders. And then once you find your comfortable down dog, start to settle the hands and feet, breathing nice and deep, feeling your low belly hollow out and start to rise. So it almost feels like your navel's trying to kiss your spine there. And then we're going to keep the hands firm, nice and strong. Start to bring your right toes to the sky, three-legged dog. Just hold it there. Good. Take any tiny adjustments you need. Start to open up through that hip, bending your knee. Drop your heel towards your glutes. And just see how that feels. Deep breathing in through the nose. Nice, smooth, rhythmic ocean breath out through the nose. Take another inhale to reach high through the right toes. And then exhale, bring your foot down. And we'll just simply change sides, nice and easy. Inhale, left leg to the sky. It does not have to go as high as it possibly can go. You just want to feel a little bit of resistance there. And then externally rotating, start to drop the heel towards your bum. Bend your knee. Really open up to the front side of that left thigh hip. And then lift your toes, big inhale. Exhale, take it down. Let's start to look forward towards the fingertips and then take a little slow walk towards the top of your mat. Good. Inhale, take a halfway lift. You can try to keep the fingertips connected or even the palms connected to your mat. And then exhale, forward fold, little bend to the knees if you'd like. We're going to do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Just feels like you're lifting your head and pulling your belly in. And then exhale, bring your heart to your thighs. Do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Big wave-like breath. Exhale and hold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach to the sky. Lift your ribs nice and high. And then exhale, take a side bend today, over to the right. Push down through your left heel. And then on that inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean over to your left. Push through your right heel. On your inhale, rise up, belly in. And then exhale, take a nice forward fold all the way down. Tuck your chin. Inhale, uncoil the spine, kind of like a human snake. And then exhale, hands down, step back, high plank pose. Lower down to chaturanga. Option to place your knees on the ground. And then inhale, lifting your heart up, gaze up. Exhale, over your toes. Nice and smooth downward facing dog. So the greatest adjustment you can make is not your clothing. It is not to fix your hair, to make sure it looks cute. The greatest adjustment you can make is to come back to your breathing. Make sure it's nice and strong, in and out through the nose. Put a little bit more weight down and back into your heels for this last exhalation. And then inhale, rise up high, tippy toes. Exhale to walk or float. Top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. And then exhale, fold it, bring it in. Inhale, rise up. Reaching and rooting at the same time. Exhale, side bend to the right. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale, side bend to your left. Inhale, reach up. This time, look up, lift the chin. Exhale, take that forward fold and dive in. Inhale, lengthen out. Hands, fingertips are down. And then exhale, step or jump back. High to low push-up. Inhaling. Strong legs there. Keep the kneecaps lifted. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So all of the weight should not be tensing up in your shoulders. You got to use your quads. So feel like the kneecaps are lifting up. Squeeze your quads and pull the inner thighs back. So the arms start to feel like they're lengthening. Spine feels like it's lengthening. Breath is nice and strong. Finish up with one more exhalation. And then start to make your way back to the top of the mat. Inhale, pick up the head. And then exhale, heart to thighs. Inhale, half up, rise. And then exhale, side bend to the right. Good. Inhale. and exhale. So you might be getting just a hint of some warmth and heat here as you continue to move through this sun salutation. Take that halfway lift, and then exhale, step back, vinyasa, high to low. Keep the chin up just a little, and then inhale. Really pushing, reach through the crown of your head for your cobra or your upward. Exhale, right into that downward, nice and smooth. Those are your transitions, nice and smooth. That's also your breath. Nice and smooth, it's also your mind. Keep your mind equanimous today, right on that breath, in and out, up and down. One more exhale. And then we'll take our last round today. I think this will be the fourth round. Really high, spread all 10 of those toes as you root your feet, and then exhale. Take the biggest lean you've taken yet over to the right. Inhale, lift, and then exhale to your left. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, and dive in. Inhale, there's that halfway lift, pick up the belly. And then exhale, step or jump back, high to low. Inhaling upward, urdhva, and then exhaling downward, adho. Tuck your chin, draw your low belly in. Try not to fight the shape, sink into it. Whatever's touching the ground, let it grow some energetic roots. So those are your hands, all 10 of your fingertips. The feet, the toes. The heels touch, they touch. If they don't, they don't. They don't have to. And then we'll rise up high, tippy, tippy toes, walk, or maybe try a little hop to the top. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, bring it in. Bend the knees now, chair pose. As I struggle with a eyelash or something that's in my eye. You ever get that? It's like another challenge on top of your yoga practice. Can you do this and get the eyelash out at the same time? I don't know. But I'm going to try to stay on camera. If I go off camera, I'll just keep yelling the instructions to you. You keep going while I get this eyelash out of my eye. So chair pose, sink your thigh bones back, drop into your heels. Lift all 10 of your toes if you can, so you really know that the weight is in your heels. Draw the thighs and hips back a little bit more and sink down. Now as the arms stay up, some of you may be feeling this in your spine or even your upper back and shoulders. Try to get the hands to touch if you can, even if you have to lower the arms a little. And then start to lift your chin and gaze towards your thumbs. Whew. Right, when you really drop the bum and pull those thigh bones back, you should be feeling this by now, guys. We've got 5 more breaths. We just want to build a little bit more heat, reach a little bit of what we call a mini edge, Good, circular rhythmic breath. You've got one more inhalation. And then exhale, forward fold, let it go. Awesome job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, send it back, high to low. Go ahead and flow. And then once we get to down dog, we're going to lift the right leg to the sky today. Inhale for 3-legged. Good. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. Round, curl, and squeeze it in. Inhale up, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, step through. Back heel turns down. Come on up for your first warrior 1, warrior letter A. Sinking down in the right hip. Good. Keep some pressure in your back heel as you pull your right hip, your kidney back in space. Draw your belly up to your thumbs and heart. Lift your chin for one more inhale. We're doing this first one slow. And then exhale, hands come down. Bring your foot, step back. High to low push up. Inhaling upward. And then exhaling downward, just like that. Nice and simple, left toes to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. So think cat pose. Round and pull your belly in. And then inhale, really fly it high. Push through the fingertips. Exhale, step it up. Back heel comes down and then inhale, rise. So as you sink into the breath, you'll start to feel the exhales help draw you deeper into it. You soften. Just make sure you're not going too low before you draw the left side back and even out through hips and breath. Take one more inhalation there. And then exhale, hands come down. Step back, connect to that breathing, keep exhaling down. Inhale, shoulders back as you lift your chest up. And then exhale, over those toes, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths. Good, so you should be able to hear it. That was about 2. Third one is preparing you to get back to the top of the mat. So keep your belly engaged, look forward, walk or hop. Inhale halfway when you get there, and then exhale, fold. Bend the knees, chair pose. Inhale. This round, take your hands to heart center. Exhale. Good, round your spine a little bit, and then start to hook your left elbow over your thighs. So you're twisting to your right. Your left elbow is crossing over the thighs. Push right hand into left, so much so that your heart starts to lift in line with your thoughts. Did you feel that? Did you see that? So rather than just sinking and rounding down, lift your chest up. And then you may notice your bum can drop lower than your heart and your head. Try to sink your hips down. Lift your chin and your eyes up. Woo. And then keeping your knees bent. If you can, inhale, come back to the center. So we're in a contraction here. Your belly is in, tailbone is down. Hook the right elbow over those thighs. Keep your knees squeezing. And as much as you can, right knee is in line with left knee. From there, left hand pushes into right. As you start to lift your sternum bone, your heart, in line with your thumbs, gaze up past your elbow and shoulder. And then on your inhale, rise all the way up, straight legs. Exhale, forward fold. Whew, I don't know if it's just me, but my legs were burned out right there. And then from here, we're going to do crow pose, Bakasana. Hands come down. Keep the knees above your elbows, behind the arms. And then you might just practice this today, right? On your tippy toes with your hands down. Here's the thing, you got to bend the elbows a little bit to start. Eventually, the arms do straighten. And then start to take your shoulder heads past your fingertips. And that's when one foot or both come up. Stick that crow for 3, for 2, for 1. High to low, chaturanga. Inhale upward. Exhale downward. Stick that crow. I'm not going to use that again. That sounds weird. Inhale, right toes to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. We're doing this for crow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, step through. The teachers say weird stuff. Rise up to your warrior 1. And then exhale, hands down. Vinyasa, high to low. So sneaky, we picked up the pace, left toes to the sky. And then knee to nose. Inhale it high. Exhale, step it through. Warrior letter A, rising. Like a wave, come right back down. Step back and lower to your push-up. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 breaths. So you guys know, we're going to do one more round of this. You need to skip a push-up. Sometimes you're ahead of my voice. Sometimes you're behind my voice. It's okay. We'll meet up eventually. The most important thing is that you connect to your breath and give your body what it needs today. Rise up high, tippy toes. Exhale, walk or float. Inhale halfway. And then exhale, fold. Bend the knees, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Twist to the right, hook your left elbow. Good. On your inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, rise up to the center, stand up and push the floor away. Exhale, forward fold, set up for your Bakasana. You can get right to it. Try to hold it for 5 breaths. If you're playing around, hands are down. Knees squeeze the arms. And then you start to lean your whole body forward until you feel like a little seesaw that can balance. 3. Heels up, 2. And 1, chaturanga. Inhale upward. Exhale downward. Inhale right leg high. Exhale knee to nose. Inhale high. Exhale, step it through. You've got warrior 1. Rise up with your breath in. Go right to chaturanga with your breath out. Keep moving through. As soon as you're in down dog, left toes to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it high. Exhale, step on up. Last warrior in this sequence. Try to make it a good one, nice and smooth. Connect to your breath. Maybe feeling a little bit of heat. Yeah, a little sweat. Right, if you're feeling warmer, maybe a little bit exhausted, then you're moving in the right direction, actually. You want to feel nice and strong, warmed up, and powerful at the end of these 2 sequences, Surya Namaskara A and Surya Namaskara B. Let's take a little detour, a little break. Start to walk your hands back. So you're walking your hands back, rather than feet forward, to the back of your mat. Heel toe the feet maybe a little bit further apart so they're hip distance if you need. Latch onto your big toes. You can soften the knees a little bit, especially at the beginning. Inhale, pick up the head, and draw your low belly and your front ribs in. And then imagine you are folding like over a beach ball or something. Exhale, draw the crown of your head down to the ground. Soften your elbows and bring them in towards your shins. And then go ahead and breathe. So noticing your hips and pelvis, you just want to move your bum a little bit further forward without doing a somersault. So you'll know when you have to stop there, but try to stack hips over your ankles. Good. Inhale halfway up. Second variation, as you exhale, slide the palms under the feet until toes touch the wrist. It's not uncommon to have to bend your knees a lot, so do so if you need. And then inhale, lengthen out, draw the belly in. Good, and then fold over that beach ball. Keep your lower belly hollow, 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 hollow. Ribs are in. Tuck your chin. Every exhalation, you might feel that space decreasing between your heart and your thighs. Awesome. Inhale, come on up halfway. Pull Uddiyana Bandha, fancy way of saying low belly up. Exhale, release. We're going to walk those hands back out to plank. Good. And just because that was fun, let's walk the hands back towards the toes. And then you're going to walk your hands back out to plank. And then you're going to walk it back to your toes. This was totally impromptu. I think the full moon has gotten to me. Walk your hands out to plank pose. And then walk it back. We're going to just do a couple more like this. So what I want you guys to feel, try not to put all of the pressure into your wrist. Push from the upper part of your back and shoulders, even if you have to slow it down, right? So your whole arm, your back, even your belly is engaged. This is good work, good prep work, not only for plank, but to help feel the pressure we need in something like a handstand, right? Can't all be in the wrist. Can we do one more? Hold your high plank when you get there. Tuck the tailbone down. Good. And then from there, pick your kneecaps up.
Keep a little bit more weight just for this plank in your heels. So that means the heels are reaching back. Front body is engaged, little mini cat pose. You've got 5 more breaths. I just want to make sure we're sweating before we move on. I know a lot of you just rolled your third eyes. That's fine. It's fine. I can't feel that energy through the computer screen. But I know it happened. Lower down to chaturanga, exhale. Good. Take the arms out nice and wide. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Maybe just rock side to side on your hips, just releasing that. Good. So keeping the hands out, kind of like airplane wings to the side. Fingertips are down. Bring your big toes and heels to touch. And then on your inhale, start to lift your toes and chest up. You can keep the fingertips down, right, if you want, or you can let them float up. Now from here, you're gonna look down towards your nose tip and maybe lift your chin from there. Notice the breath. We gotta strengthen the backside just like we strengthen the front side. Think of this almost like doing crunches for your back. But there's still length, right? We're not like crunching, squeezing back, but we're firing up the back. We're strengthening all of these muscles here. You've got 2 more breaths. Squeeze heels together. You should feel your glutes come on board. Exhale, fingertips down, and then release it, toes and nose. Take the hands back in right alongside you. So you've got to set it up. Hands are not too far forward. Walk the palms back so they're more by your ribs or your low ribs, elbows back. Push into the tops of the feet and bring yourself up to upward dog. Take a little peek over your right shoulder so that left knee can touch if you want. And then come back to the center and take a little peek over your left shoulder. Come back to the center. Inhale, look up. All right, exhale. Down dog. Right leg to the sky, 3-legged. Exhale, step your right foot up. Come into warrior 1, back heel spins down. And your arms fly high. I'm just gonna simply change directions here because I realize I'll probably be facing away from the screen for a lot of it. So I wanna be facing you guys so you can see. So you're your warrior 1 with your right foot forward. Keep working on squaring out through your hips, reaching through your arms. Try to relax your toes. So if you feel like the right toes are really gripping, just release them and soften down in it. And then opening the arms to warrior 2. Now check it out. You can gaze down, even out through your heels, heel to heel. And then the left toes don't have to be in. They can be more straight ahead to the edge of your mat. From there, keep opening up and rolling right thigh bone back and sink down into that right knee as the arms are spreading to your T. Take your gaze and look right over your right fingertips there. Draw the low belly in and let your tailbone rock down. Let's see if we can deepen it for 2 or 3 breaths. Just sink down so that thigh bone gets a little lower to the ground. Now, as you do that, is there kind of like this roundy banana right here? Try to tuck that left hip bone under you so this flattens out more and it's not too curved. At that left waist side. Ooh, this is fun. I'm starting to feel something in the right thigh. Could you tell my enthusiasm? This is fun. Start to bring your right elbow down to the top of your right thigh. Wave your left arm over your ear like you were a swimmer taking a swim stroke in a pool. So you feel this long line, this long reach. So, common myth, or I guess there's different approaches, right? Lift your shoulder up, guys. Really reach. You don't have to draw your shoulder blade down your back here. You want to lift and reach everything up. Now start to drop that right thigh a little bit lower. Push through your left heel. If you want a little bit more, right hand or fingertips come to the outside of your foot today. And then with your right hip low, You're going to start to try to look up and lift your chin. You've got 3 more breaths. Side angle stretch, farchione. Good, and then we're going to come all the way up, straightening your leg. Soften that front knee a little bit. Hop your back foot up, maybe about a foot, so you shorten your stance. Same thing, toes are still out to the side. Inhale, reach your right arm high, sky archer. You can pull your wrist. I need to feel nice in variation. Hold on to your elbow and lean back. And then keeping both legs relatively straight, exhale, start to tip over your hip for Trikonasana, triangle pose. So right hand can land on the shin, right? Not on the knee, on the shin. Happy ankle, a block or a soup can, maybe to your toes, your big toe. Start to gaze up towards your left thumb. Good old triangle pose, strong leg strengthener there. See if you can fire up your breath. Let it be simple. Don't try too hard. Feel whatever it is that you're feeling as you breathe. And then with your next exhale, whenever that happens, you can start to drop your chin and look down. Take your left hand to the ground as you lunge. Wiggle your back toes back for dragonfly twist, just as a transition here. Open up your right arm. So you're in this nice twisting lunge. Push down to that left shoulder. And here, take both shoulder blades, especially the left one, away from your ears. So here you're going to stay open through the collarbones, shoulders away from ears. Good. And then from there, take the right hand down. Hop the back foot up just a little bit. Keep the hips squaring. Lengthen out. Pull the right leg back. And then exhale, pyramid stretch. Fold your way in. Hands to the ground today. You might actually play around with a fun transition. I don't know what this is called. We'll call it like turbo flamingo. Oh gosh, turbo flamingo. Here we go. So, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it, so this will be fun. So you're in pyramid stretch. You're starting to feel your right hip go back. Now, if you can, walk your fingertips back. And notice how I change the direction of my hands. So my fingertips are pointing back, my palms are down. From there, lean your weight forward just a little bit so you can start to pick up your back heel and bring it in like a little flamingo leg. You can weigh in on the name later. You can tell me if you hated it later. For now, just try it 3 more breaths. And then we'll come back to pyramid. Release your hands and then come down to your knee. Whew. On the inhale, rise up. So you're on that knee, toes tucked or untucked. Use your hands for a moment to lift up through your ribs and chest. And then you can add the arms if you'd like. So you want to start to feel the front side of your left hip and thigh moving forward and down towards your right big toe. And then from here, adding in a couple of seated postures at the end of our flow. So hands come down, start to slide your back knee up and behind your right heel for seated twist. So you're crisscrossed. Snuggle the left heel in. Make sure both sitting bones are down. Take the right hand behind you, and then start to lean your ribs over and hook your left elbow over your thigh, seated spinal twist. Any variation you'd like. If the shoulders, the arms are feeling open, you can try for a bind. Otherwise, this is good as long as you're feeling this rotation, guys. Don't try to lengthen up into something like a back bend too much. Try to really pull your front body in. Really coil that spine around. Gazing back will help keep your right hip on the ground. And then we're going to come back to the center here. Another seated shape we don't normally do. Gomukhasana. So you're going to bring your right heel closer into your thigh. So if I were to face you, the legs are still crossed, heels are in. We're going to come forward onto the hands and then wiggle the knees and thighs a little bit deeper together. And then sit back down. Good. You can stay there. If you want, start to play around with reaching your right arm up. Right arm goes up. It might be reversed on the screen for you. And take the right hand behind your back. And then left arm is going to come down and underneath. And then you might try to wiggle the hands together. Gomukhasana. Okay? If you want, you can start to lean forward and down. Gomukhasana is cow face posture. I'm not sure where they got cow face from this, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. Lean forward and breathe. 5 breaths. You're feeling too much pressure in your left shoulder, back off a little bit, back off a little bit. And then inhale, let's rise up. Good, you're gonna take that top leg, right leg, swing it around behind you for pigeon with your left shin forward. Last shape in this side. Walk your hands way out. And then start to bow your head down. You can brace yourself with the elbows to start, or you might walk the hands out so far that the head comes down to the ground. So we're mixing it up today. We got our sitting postures, and then we got some low to the ground seated postures. Lucky for you, you've got a whole other side. So when you're ready, start to rise up. And then from here, from your pigeon, I'll show you guys from the side. You're just going to simply come right up to three-legged dog with your right toes tucked. Inhale, lift your left leg nice and high. And then on your exhale, go ahead and step your left foot in between your hands. Back heel spins down. You're right into warrior one on the other side. Oh, thank goodness that worked. That worked out. So you're in warrior one on the left side. I didn't plan that, huh? Sinking down, breathing. Just feeling everything as it comes your way. It's really fun sometimes. I don't know if fun's the right word, but to notice the differences between sides and how the ego wants us to push and do what the other side does, or we get upset if one side doesn't do what the other side does. So just notice as those sensations come up and just let them go. Forget about that whole other side and just be present with this side and how it feels. We're going to open up to warrior two. Readjust, heel to heel, back toes out a little, and then sinking down into your left thigh. Roll the thigh bones out and back. If you were to check it out, the left knee is still moving in the direction of your toes. It's not collapsing in, so open that up. And that last little bit as you sink down, notice like the right ribs, kidney area back here. Try to drop that right hip down as you tuck your tailbone. So there's less of this kind of like banana curve, and it's really more open. You'll notice how the ribs come back over the hips more. Good, and then keeping with that little fire that's building in the left thigh, transition to side angle. You can keep elbow on thigh the whole time, right? This is good. I mean, it feels really great to reach up through the top hand. Try to see your pinky finger and palm. Drop the left hip, sitting bone a little bit lower. And then if you want that transition, last few breaths, fingertips or palm, come down to the ground. Lean back just a little bit. See your hand right there, right there, right there, 2. 1. All right, these count so slow, and then start to push all the way up. Ooh, hands to hips. Now, Lean into that front leg a little bit so you can hop your back foot up. Sky archer, you'll bend the elbow, catch the wrist, open up there. Just a nice counter stretch in preparation. Good. Keep your hips pretty level here as you open the arms to a T. And then start to lean. Again, there's this beach ball here. Lean over the beach ball and then come down. You can imagine you're at the beach. I don't know. Rather than stuck in your house. Whatever imagery works for you. Look up towards that right thumb. Breathing in and out through the nose. Simple yet effective triangle pose. Toning the body, lengthening the body, energizing the body. Also, if we're doing it correctly, calming the mind. Has nothing to do with the body. Gaze at that right thumb, one more inhalation. Exhale, look down. Take the right hand to the ground. Set up your twisted lunge. Just a little counter pose there. As you open up through the left arm. From collarbone to collarbone, get nice and wide. Roll your right shoulder down the back. And on your exhale, left hand comes down. Hop the back foot in a little bit. This is our pyramid pose. So notice, is that left hip way out to the side. Pull it back, pull it back. And then with your exhalation, you can start to fold over the hip. What do we call that? Awful flamingo, turbo flamingo, turbo flamingo. So we're going to walk the fingertips back, awful flamingo. How could I be so mean to the flamingo? All right, walk your hands back. You're on your fingertips. So notice the positioning of the hands, guys. Notice the positioning of the hands. You got to rotate back. So your wrists are forward, fingertips are back towards your toes. Right, that might have been an obstacle for you on the other side. So lean the weight forward. Push into your fingertips. Lean your chest forward a little bit. And then try to pick up right heel to your bum. If you're there, stick it for 3. For 2. This is fun. 1. Woo, and then go ahead and step back. Hands forward, and then release it down to your knee. Make a little bit more space. Wiggle the right toes and knee back a little bit more. On top of the thigh. Don't go too far too soon. And if you'd like to add a little lift to the hands, reach through the shoulders, lift the arms, and then lift the hands. Open up through the chin. You got 3 more deep breaths in. Good. Hands come down. Now seated twist. Take the right knee, snuggle it behind your left heel, and then sit your hips down. Bring the right heel in a little closer. Right hand behind you, and then start to, oh, no, I lied. Left hand behind you. Hook your right elbow over your left knee. And I'm just going to take a little adjustment and scoot towards you guys now for the next few shapes. You're still twisting for 2. 1 more exhale, ring it out. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Drop the knee on top of the knee. Reach forward, come onto the hands, and you'll be able to squeeze the inner thighs closer together. From there, sit down, keep the heels in for today. And then, whatever leg is on top, that's the arm that we're going to bring up today. So, left arm comes up. All right, you might even take this variation, just holding your elbow, getting a nice stretch there. Walk the fingertips down, try to relax, don't force this. And then right arm rotates, thumb down, and then it comes up the back. And then I like to do a little wiggle. You just wiggle the hand up, and eventually it catches something. You can even put a towel or something in the top hand, drape it down for the bottom hand to grab it. Use a prop if you want. Stay upright or start to fold, just depending on how your shoulders feel. Go Mukhasana. Breathing in and out. Good, and then start to rise up. Release the arms. Take your left leg all the way behind you, pigeon pose. Last shape of this sequence here. You can wiggle the right heel up a little bit if it's already on the knee, and then start to walk it out. Come back to a nice strong breath. We're just going to take our last few shapes, our last few standing shapes. And these are the shapes that are eventually leading you to Shavasana. So from your pigeon posture, rise up onto the hands. Stay low, stay low. You're going to tuck your back toes under, roll onto the left hand for side plank Vashisthasana. Lift your right arm up. Variation to place your left knee down under your hip. Right, you can stay there. Some of you might try something like a tree pose. All right, now with a lot of strength, look down. Step the right foot up to your left thumb. From there, stand all the way up to a one-legged mountain pose. Hug your left knee into your belly. Grab hold of the left shin to start. I'm just facing you guys. So from here, you're holding onto that left knee and shin. Right hand is down, tap your hip. Reach forward, try to bind your big toe. Come back up in the chest. Notice if you're hunching and rounding, lift up, and then you can start to kick it out. Breathing here. You're already 3 breaths in. You've got 2 more. Open your hip out. Rotate that knee. Gaze over your right shoulder. Let her be. If you've come out in the transition, just try to pick it up again. Sometimes it's easier just to bend the knee and hold the shin rather than going for full leg extension. Just work on your balance. I didn't mention it yet, but you always have that option to go to a wall. Use a piece of furniture, whatever you've got. Come back to the center here. Inhale. Exhale, bring your head towards your knee. Give it a little smooch or kiss. And then inhale, come up. Leave your leg there. Point your toes. 5. 4. I just got really hungry. 3. 2. And 1. Let it go. Inhale, lift your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa, high low. Isn't that often the case? You just think about what you're going to eat during yoga. I don't know if that's the point. Inhale forward to your high plank pose. Good. This time, step onto the right palm. Lift your left hand nice and high. Side plank Vashisthasana. Squeeze the lower ribs up and in. Any variation, knee down, or place the foot above or below your knee. Don't place it on your knee. Good. Gazing down towards the right thumb. Step your left foot up. Inhale, and you're set up for your last little bit of standing today. Hug the right knee in. Left hand at hip. Right key sign fingers. Right big toe. Start to send it out. Nice and far. Letter A. Here it is. Toughest part is not holding the shape, but transitioning from one to the other. Rotate the hip open and gaze over your left side. Again, another tricky transition. Come back to the center. Go slow. Exhale. Chin to shin. Inhale, come up. Point those toes for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it up a little higher. And woo, 1. Nice job. Top of the mat. Inhale, arms high. Last vinyasa. Exhale, enjoy like a waterfall. Just come down. You feel nice and open through your hamstrings now. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale upward. Exhale downward. From there, drop down, child's pose. Just like we began, hips to heels. Almost there, 3 shapes to go. One of those 3 shapes is Shavasana. Starting to come up, sit back on the heels for a moment. Maybe move the knees a little closer together. We're going to rise up so the knees are about hip distance apart. You can tuck the toes or leave them untucked, depending on what works for you. Hands are going to come to hips. And then tailbone is going to drop down. Okay? So from here, as you lower the tailbone down, the pubic bone and pelvis lift, and the chest starts to lean up as your hips rock forward, lifting the chin or eyes, right? You can keep the chin slightly tucked a little bit. Now from here, this might be enough, right? This might be a little bit of a scary place. If you want to try one hand back for the heel or ankle, if you want to try both hands back for the heel or ankle, if you lean back to do that, you're going to want to press the hips forward again. I'm going to leave you whatever you're working on for 5 breaths because it's a little challenging to talk and let your head fall back. 5 breaths, camel stretch, Ustrasana. Now, hands to hips, tuck your chin, and come all the way up. Nice job. From there, as you sit back, swing the legs around in front of you. Just gonna face you guys. You can keep facing the way you were. Lengthen both legs out. Just simply reach forward, right? Don't make a big deal of it. Just grab your big toes, even if your knees have to bend. Inhale, lengthen. Draw your low belly back, up and in. And then exhale, fold over the beach ball. That beach ball is still here. And start to bring your head down towards your shins. Paschimottanasana. Take a few deep, really nice breaths all the way down your spine to your lowest back ribs, maybe even down to the sacrum, maybe even down to the pelvic floor. Just send the breath energy all the way down the spine. Inhale, pick up the head. And then exhale, go ahead and release. Lie down onto your back. Bring knees to chest. Give yourself a little hug and squeeze there. You can rock side to side. Move the knees in a circle, whatever feels right. And then starting to lengthen your legs out. Take up some space. Let the palms face upward. Let your chin relax. And then allow your eyes to close. We'll stay here for a few moments, breathing naturally. Feel your body against the mat, the earth. Allowing yourself to receive the healing benefits of your practice and your effort this morning. Take just a few short moments here. I'll let you know when it's time to move again. Just a few short moments to rest, Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out with a sigh, open mouth. Wiggling fingers and toes and taking a few morning stretches from there. Very natural, very organic. Try not to plan it, just move the way your body wants you to move. And eventually come up to a seated position. Just allow yourself to arrive there, your legs to cross. And we're going to bring hands to heart center today. Take a nice deep breath in all together here. Exhale to bow forward, seal in your practice, all of this yoga goodness. You get to take it with you. Really start your day now with some clarity and some energy. Namaste, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me live. If you have questions or anything, let me know. The biggest announcement is that there's still some fun stuff happening today. Andy's doing, he's calling it yin and juice. It's a little play on gin and juice, I guess. He's doing yin and juice tonight at, I want to say 6:30. Oh my goodness. So that's going to be super fun. You grab whatever you want. It doesn't have to be like alcohol or wine, but if you have it. And then, thanks, Jenna. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so that'll be tonight. So if you can join us again at 6:30. Namaste, Alicia. We're going to be doing some yin, which is really, really nice and relaxing. Drinking wine, which is also really nice and relaxing. You're welcome, Liza. Thanks, Patty. You guys ever have any feedback or you'd like a certain kind of practice or like a tutorial video or something? I want to upload some more stuff like that. So let me know what you'd like. Hey, Sandy. Oh my gosh, Sandy, what do you call the flamingo thing? Turbo flamingo, what do you call that? Sandy reminded me of this pose like a month or two ago. That's like floating out there in the yoga universe. Do you have a name for it or did she log off? She probably logged off. Anyway, humble flamingo. Oh, that's cute. I like humble. All right, well, as I randomly mused about what to call this weird flamingo thing, you guys have an awesome rest of your Friday. Hopefully I'll see some of you later tonight because I'll be doing the in-class at 6:30. If not, Tuesday, Vinyasa. It's fast, it's furious. Well, it's not that fast, but it's furious. It's fun. Vinyasa on Tuesday, Ashtanga on Fridays, live, okay? Much love to you all. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.